Okay, we will call the city council meeting to order at 7 PM and rise for a pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On to number 3. Is anybody here for public comment? Hearing none, we'll move on to number 4, approval of the agenda. I do have other items, RS fiber update. We'll touch on that resolution later, but information about the old Ferris and office computer information. So that's all I have for other items.
I have none.
Yeah, we got that in there.
I have none.
Excellent. Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the additions.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? And motion carries. Moving on to 5, approval of the consent agenda, which is approval of the minutes from January 14th, 2025, and the claims from January 28th, 2025, totaling $52,951.36.
Do we have to do these separate or together?
No, they can be done together.
I still make a motion to approve the minutes from January 14th, 2025. And also the approval of the claims for January 28th, 2025, totaling $52,951.36. I will second.
Motion second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And that carries. City Attorney Ken Jansen, no updates at this time. He'll be present at the next meeting. Moving on to 8, resolution 2025-02. We have our official meeting schedule here in front of us. And once that's officially approved, we'll get that out to membership so that everybody knows when their meetings are coming up. With announcements. Unless there's questions here, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-02.
Couple second.
Motion is second and roll call vote. Sean?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm a yes, and that motion carries. Moving on to 9, school update, the appraisal. Really no update at this time, Amy, unless you wanted to chat a little bit about it, because I know we're gonna go EDA first.
Yeah, we received an appraisal and we will discuss it at the EDA meeting, since it is EDA property, we'll discuss it there first and then bring it to the next council meeting.
Excellent. Then anything else for us, Amy? On that part, I should say, for the school updates.
No, I mean, I think we'll know more after the EDA
Yeah.
meets on next Monday.
Excellent. Now we'll move on to 10, ordinance 2024-03 truck route. Any, it's,
I'm not sure if you had a chance to read the email from Brian. I
yeah,
asked him
no.
about what if we can't find the records about the
Mhm.
road, and he said, well, then you're gonna have to go with what you've been using,
okay,
which is how I wrote that ordinance up right now is with the old numbers, so we can either keep looking or approve it with the old tonnage that we had.
I have a question for you. Because I know Western at one point is 4 ton. I understand that, but does that automatically then make that new section of Western 4 ton, or because we can maybe find the plans for that section? Is it,
It's gonna be listed as 4 ton unless we can find the plans.
well, those plans I would say should be easier to maybe find because they should that far out in costs.
Yeah, I remember us talking about it, and it was documented about bump things up because of, you know, the 4 tons in Western needed to go higher, and
We need proof.
I know. like,
well, and I think our tonnage has to be similar to that documentation in the past, because I know we went through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Western one, like you said, Sean, it should be,
I understand the
Altogether.
old part being 4, but I don't understand the new part being 4 because your builders, everybody that's gonna drive on that during weight restrictions is gonna look at you and go, yeah, right.
Well, even 5 ton, I think some of that.
5
5 is fine, yeah.
Five, but I think when we asked about it last year, I think even though it wasn't on the web, it wasn't nothing posted, I think it was 5 or 6 ton was everything else. Which everybody gets during weight restrictions, it's just, they will question it at the part of Western.
No, Western, just redid it now, this last summer. Well, that's good. Pace was good, just we got a good lift on it now, I think that could be increased to some degree. I don't know, do we do some of that right across the board? I mean, we deal with just a couple ton difference in streets, so we're.
We could with the newer roads if council's willing to do that. The proof concepts at play, and I assume the city engineer did not give an inkling that he'd come out or look at our plans that we have today, or look at the streets and give any guidance, nothing.
Not.
So it sounds like-
You can tell by looking at the
Right.
streets, he wanted plans.
So he's gonna defer to the council on that, which we'd want to keep as average, whatever we've been using then.
Yeah, I'm fine with what we've been using, it's just that one section is just gonna throw some people.
Right.
And we have to, if we're gonna go with that, that's fine, but we have to keep looking for that and we have to get that on the website before weight restrictions, because your builder in town will.
Right. But out of all of them, do you think that's the only one, that Western? You think the
The
change?
newer part where you take to go by us,
Mhm.
I don't. I'm fine with the 5 or 6 or whatever the rest of the town is, it's just the part, I know we repaved it. But I'm guessing maybe the only really get to it is take a core sample somewhere along the road to actually see if they put the right. Did everything from start to finish, that's the only thing. If we would go that far.
Well, and we want to do it right where we're not getting questioned constantly. So part of me is wondering with Amy's draft resolution that we had from the last round. Well, it was more of a policy, I guess, back then. It was, we have to change that. So would you guys be willing to look at the map and just offering good suggestions for an update? And then we can take that as the first reading? That's all I can think
I
of.
would say. I
Because if
think
the
we're
engineer
making
isn't,
Some of this stuff just, I think we go across the board on
Yep.
and settle it. I don't think we have to go every street.
no, I don't think so, but Western is the questioning.
Western was, but.
Cleveland probably has to stay full.
Cleveland's old,
In front
yeah.
of you until,
Yeah, so.
if we ever dig the road up and put new sewer and all of that, then you could always change it
Mhm.
then. But if that's what Cleveland's been now for the longest time, and I don't know when the last time it was that road's actually been done or sewer lines or any of that.
You know, and it's also because of building going around there. That's why people are judging what these streets
Right.
should be. Cleveland, if there's nothing going on at that particular time, I mean, that 4 ton could stay as it is.
Yeah, that Cleveland's fine at 4. I'd say leave what you have at the 4, just that one section of Western is the only question on the whole part.
So would you recommend moving that new section since we know how that was built? We know it's in good shape. Would you recommend moving that to 6? Because we might have some work out there. Cleveland, I don't anticipate
Right.
any construction.
I would.
If the rest of the city
Yeah, I think
was 6, I would
I
say
would say
yes.
6, yeah.
Because every city does have roads here and there where they're, you just can't because the infrastructure for that road is just
Right.
too old and it hasn't been updated or fixed.
Which Western would be that only outlier, correct?
Yeah, the one where we put the new asphalt on would be 4 ton and the rest, I would say could be, the rest of that section where I live in would be 6. If
Yeah.
that's what the rest of the town.
That's all lures, yeah.
Because if we can do that, that way we're set with an ordinance by spring.
Mhm.
Otherwise, yeah, it's not gonna take long. Another
Mhm.
month, we can be looking at road restrictions.
Yep.
So I guess we've gotta
Yep.
get in gear, yeah.
What do you think, Amy? Do you think we could move forward with that first reading with the new additions at the next meeting?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just have Western turn to 6 on that new addition. And the rest remains at 4.
As what it was, yes.
Yeah,
I'm all right with that, really, that's the only confusion I think we have.
perfect. All right, I'll make a motion to table ordinance 2024-03 truck route first reading until the next city council meeting.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, and that carries. Moving on to 11 EDA planning and zoning updates. Not much.
See, we haven't met yet this year, so, no, I don't really have anything yet, I guess, we'll be talking about. The value of that land, the baseball park at our next meeting Monday.
Planning and zoning, they are meeting, I didn't double check what day.
Wednesday.
This Wednesday, okay. So that's coming up. Excellent. I don't think we really have any business on planning and zoning. That's
Really haven't
it'll be a-
business, it's
photos.
winter, we'll do the photos for the website.
And just appointment of the chairperson and
Yep.
the secretary.
We have to pick chair, and vice chair.
Chair, vice chair.
Well,
secretary.
organization.
Yep. Should be set there. All right. Number 12, blight nuisance duties. I don't have any updates at this moment in time on that at all. I'm hoping to get something worked out with Greg at People Services so we can at least have a amendment going with Ken. So that will keep coming into play. And for other items too, thank you for that. Move on to our other items for Ed, for city council. What's the council's thought on next steps to take? We did have at least one person come into City Hall expressing interest in
Yes,
that position. And that person was never even on the ballot last round. And we've got a few options we can take, but to me, since we're opening the doors here and trying to find somebody that's interested in accepting the role, is to have interested parties reach out to City Hall by a certain date, and then a couple of us do interviews and then recommendations to the council, and then we all vote on it.
Right, we gotta speed.
Get this rolling.
We gotta have our five, go,
And we confirmed that with Mary Lee at the county, so.
He was interested in.
Yep.
both areas.
definitely.
Excellent. So we will post something in there and we will do it by interview recommendation. Is there any volunteers to be on the committee? Naturally, we can't have a quorum, but be a couple of us. Everybody compelled?
I can try,
Okay.
depends on when you're gonna have.
Yeah, we'll arrange it with Diane.
well, we have an employee relations.
No, we do have the employee relations team as well. So if we do need another person on hand, if there's any sort of conflict, we can have Sean help out then too.
Yes.
If needed. So
Yes,
Okay.
we'll be all set.
Let me know if you.
Yeah, no, that's great. I think to me, that's the best route to take. You know, you're having
No,
somebody
I-
come forth, express interest, and we can,
I think that's the big hangup when you got on there to the
Mhm.
point as such. Then we were worried about having it going out for a vote.
Right.
And then it would extend it into May of that
Yep.
spring, I know that, so. Yeah, we have to get it.
so council move forward with posting something online, and we just gotta figure out,
I think we would like to have a form.
we would, yeah, I can draft
Yeah.
a form that will post out expressing interest. And I think we could probably have that done by, let's decide on people have to place their forms in by, I would say, February 17th, or is that too far out, you think?
Can you go the Friday before?
Yep.
What's
Yeah.
our meeting now?
The 14th, Valentine's Day,
I think we, yeah,
we do that. So you're thinking Friday the 14th? That sounds like a good plan to me.
To
That
have
way
it
we can
into
move
the
faster.
office so that we have it at our, because it is our meeting at the 18th.
Yes,
Oh, the 18th.
yep,
No,
second and fourth.
Oh,
Oh, no, 25th.
11th and 15th is the meeting schedule.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, because that Tuesday. So 11th and what?
I'll have it.
11th
I
and
have-
25th is the meeting schedule.
that doesn't sound right.
It's February, yeah, well,
February is this,
yeah, the first
Monday is the
Tuesday.
17th, 18th is a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Do I have
first-
that fire relief?
Nope,
18th
either one
gotta
says
be Tuesday,
fire.
Right,
And I don't think it'll take too
Okay.
long for anybody to throw in an application. I can draft that
Yes,
tomorrow.
it would be, well, no, because it's the second and fourth
Yep.
Tuesday, so it is the 11th and the 25th. So she's got it right.
I got it wrong, so I have to update it.
Okay,
So no, you got the right dates here.
Okay,
well, we could post it then tomorrow.
Yeah.
And do you think we could have people, because I know some people have already expressed interest
well, people are aware.
already in City Hall. They're aware. Should we go with the 7th,
Yeah.
February 7th? You think
That's fine.
I can get something out tomorrow. We can start moving with this and have somebody in this council seat
Put on
as
the
soon as
website.
possible.
Right, throw
Yep.
it on there.
Yeah, we'll get it everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, Mary Lee said we can easily go that route as long as council has a majority when they vote in their recommendations, so
Right.
we'll have that deadline then be Friday, February 7th, end of day. It's got to be in the City Hall box for anybody expressing interest. And that should be it. Yeah, I'll get something drafted and out there tomorrow. Thinking anything else?
Can we go back to, did we discuss 12? Did I miss something on that one?
Light nuisance, you know what, we did miss that. I apologize.
Okay.
Yes. Do you have any updates on that one? We can circle back to blight.
Okay, I think at the last meeting we talked about,
Oh, we did cover that a little bit. Public service or people service.
right, but we need to know if they are,
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't
Okay.
heard anything back from Greg. I
okay,
did send
okay, that's
out
fine,
an
that's
email.
fine, because.
Sorry. yeah,
Okay,
we-
no,
yeah.
that's fine.
So I'll send another email out, and if we don't hear anything by end of day tomorrow, I'll give them a call too.
Okay.
I'm sure they have to bring it up the ladder, but hope to
Yeah.
have some sort of draft amendment to us at hopefully the next meeting.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we've confirmed with that. We'll get that rolling by the 7th. And just for transparency's sake, I would rather it be a motion. I'll make a motion to seek out candidates interested in Edward Zimmerman's vacant spot, which is a 2-year term. And that'll be handled by the HR committee via interview with recommendation presented to city council for vote.
Yes.
All right, we have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And that carries. Next up is our RS Fiber. Meeting on that with updates is gonna be Thursday at 7 PM. I don't know, are you around for that too?
Could be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you can't make it, let me know. I think the more the merrier at that one for representation.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to have a good update for us. I know they're gonna be discussing what the bankruptcy attorney has discovered. Hopefully they have a good update for us.
And that is going to be held where?
Winthrop City Hall.
Taylor.
Oh, yeah, Gaylord this time. Yep, usually it's in Winthrop. Yeah, this one's in Gaylord. We just got the email.
Find out, yeah.
Yep, 7 PM
Yeah,
Thursday.
I should be able to make it there too.
And we'll have a update for city council at the next meeting, we hope. And next up is new PC. I'm gonna cover that quick before we get to the resolution items, so
Fine.
everybody's privy to it.
Yep.
Our old computer here, it decided it was done. So we do need a new computer. We have a quote today for that at $1,074.23, which includes the monitor and tower, and hopefully we can get all the data transferred and utility billing set back up, et cetera. So poor Diane's been working out of her norm, so I would make a motion, we approve that and move forward as soon as possible for a replacement PC. They have 3 in stock, and hopefully we can get this going. I have an e-signature pending approval tonight, so.
I'll second.
All right, motion second. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That carries, which brings us to resolution 2022-05, which is our post audit. We typically have that fund transfer for we should have done one. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
2025.
22, I'm 1 year behind you. It's 25 still. All right, 2025-05, which is the fund transfer for the school. We should have done one for the payment for the 6 months. So we have to include that in resolution 05 here. And it's same for the transfer of fire department funds. And so we'll have that ready for signature as soon as Diane can print it. But for the sake of the council, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-05.
Described it well, I'll second.
Motion second. Any further discussion? And roll call.
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
And I'm a yes, and that carries. And we got that covered. Making sure we got a couple of my other items here. We're gonna be scheduling a meeting with Sharda to get some signatures so that can all be recorded at the county. Hoping we can get something lined up as soon as possible. Sounds like they want it in person on Mylar, very fancy like. They don't do e-sign. So we'll be working together to arrange that. We do need Ken Jansen in person, so we'll be asking him to hopefully come out, and that's all covered under a contract with him. And last but not least, I believe this would cover it all, is Rec Tech update. Our old Ferris. I know we've always talked about getting a new one, but yeah, I know. the sheer cost of replacing one right now is, yeah, you're looking well over 10 grand versus having this fixed at a quote of 3,500 to 4K. Which will get it up and running. And right now they didn't recommend junking it and getting replacement. It's still a recommendation to repair just due to the sheer cost. Cause I think what is the new one? They ballparked us at, what was it
18,000.
18 grand?
I believe that.
That's insane to me for a, for a new
If we
Ferris.
were closer, yeah, I would say trade it for new, but.
I would too, but
that's
yeah,
the line. We're just gonna have to rely on it. It's
Mhm.
done its job. It's just.
it's done good.
Anything gets
How old is it?
Great question.
We are thinking maybe, because I have a manual here, that there was some work. It says, I think it was 4/2 of 2011, maybe. Does that
Oh,
sound
It
right?
was a little earlier than that.
I'm not,
Well, then we got some good use.
We
You
out
got
of
your
it.
use out of it, and it's only gonna cost that to fix it, you
Right.
still got some, you've gotten good use of it.
Now I've used it, it fires right up. I mean, if this will get it back to normal.
Just a question or comment here. I think when we bought the last Ferris. The older one,
Yep.
not really worth much in trade.
Mhm.
Could you not get by on two mores?
It's a possibility, but what's the heck are we gonna do with one sitting? I mean, one broken, one junked up.
what are you asking, Joe?
Well, we always had two mores, but then.
Right.
we
This is
grew
the-
three
this is-
mores when we bought that new Ferris. 'Cause we
Are you
did-
talking the Kubota's one,
The boat is working,
right?
We have the Kubota and the Ferris.
Ferris, the new Ferris,
so you have two mores.
right?
Yep.
Is there a need for a third one? I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, no.
I guess I didn't realize that. I
Ask yourself.
No, we appreciate it, yeah, but yeah, in my mind, if you have it in stock, to be a warden of the dollar, we're not interested in selling it, there's no real resale value on it. And to leave it sitting here inoperable isn't a good option in my mind. So you'd have to have it operating to even sell it in the future too, so.
Right, if you were gonna sell it the way it is, you wouldn't, you'd be.
There'd be nothing.
That's where one, I mean.
Maybe get-
No, it was running when we bought that last one, so we decided to just keep it.
Yeah.
Three.
I would still say fix it,
Mhm.
and then. If you want, then you might have, maybe if you wanna go down to two more, then maybe you trade
Right,
that one off and another one off.
a functioning one, yeah, it would be running by
Both
that point,
functioning, and then,
To get more value for the bond, to get
Mhm.
one traded for new, if that was the case.
right? And I know
and it
we,
still gives you,
I just-
something breaks one
yeah.
day on the other one and you can't get part of
Nothing
it.
against that one, but I'm just afraid that all of a sudden, something goes out with that one, then we're back to another one.
Right.
What, so that one's 2011. What are the other two for years?
well, I know the Kubota we only got a couple of years ago.
The boat is
The Kubota's older too, but the Ferris, we got that a few years ago.
It's 2022.
less than 5 years.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
old, it's in good shape. And I know our capital improvement planning, we've been adding equipment like that for budgeting, so it's not a shock to
So
our,
the Kubota's old, Kubota.
that one is, I'd
Probably
say almost all
nobody
five.
likes the Kubota.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
Fire
mowers.
workers
I've
have
never-
never liked it.
never-
It's probably 10 years old.
Oh, it's probably 20 years.
I was gonna say, I was thinking 05.
It hasn't gotten much service lately because, well, I'll use it at the ballpark and still until I start striping. So
Mhm.
in the spring, I'll use it, as a rotary, and in the fall.
So yes, seems that.
They use it for outside the fence down there and
Yeah.
stuff. I think it's
I wouldn't-
handy, it's handier than the Ferris for short turns and stuff.
I like it, I used it when we were mowing to it.
So I would say yes, because of the ages there, I would say, yeah, definitely fix
Mhm.
the other fares at 3,500 to 4,000.
Well, and we got a backup too for maintenance and lawn keeping employees. We got
That's something we always have prioritized ourselves, is
Mhm.
keep them, because once that starts getting wet again, and cut, it's a lot of cutting.
Yeah, no, and if it needs to be fixed, and I know people service are good about maintenance, looking at everything, and when they're,
That's the advantage too.
so yeah, we've saved money throughout the years with this one to begin with, and so.
Are they maintaining the mowers now in the service?
Yep, they're doing maintenance,
Okay.
preventative maintenance on everything as part of their agreement.
That's,
Mhm.
that must have got thrown in, right? 'Cause I thought they had nothing to do with.
No, we added that as part of their initial terms.
With the initial contract.
Yep. That was a big one as part of the public works. So yeah, the employees today, now when they're doing mowing, I mean, their big thing is to blow off the grass clippings and the rest is maintained, blade sharpening, all that by people service, so. To my understanding, it's going very
That is
well.
correct,
So,
yes.
yeah, so I'll make
No,
a,
it's
yeah,
off the subject, well, it's on the subject. We're all right with, oars now that we got this year, yet they're continuing for last year and that's.
The mowing people?
Yeah,
Yes, I think we'll lose one. We'll have four and I think
Okay.
that will be
and
fine.
that's work, I haven't been around it, has that worked? I mean, that's.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
All right.
yes.
yeah, and like Josh has taken on the roles like the scheduler, quasi lead.
Really?
Get everybody lined up and,
18, right?
yep, yep,
Right.
couple more years. Couple more years.
You're almost there, so you'll be all.
Hey.
That'll be a nice
I thought about
retirement
it
gig for
already.
you, Sean.
That way you can always buzz by Shane's house.
As long as with the blades going. Alright, so I'll make a motion to approve Rec Tech to do repairs on the old Ferris not to exceed $4,500.
I'll second.
All right, motion to second. Any further discussion on this? All right, all those in favor say aye. Pose same sign. That carries. And then just a reminder for everybody online and in public here, we'll get the schedules for anybody that's been appointed to a committee. And we'll get all of our dates emailed out along with the appointment terms now that we're official with our meeting dates. Correct?
Correct, but I think we will be doing an update.
Yes. Yep.
Mr. Mayor, where can we go to look to see if we've been appointed to committees?
Where?
Yeah, would that be on the website?
It should be in the minutes. Yep, now that the minutes have been approved.
Oh, the minutes of
Yep.
last time?
Yes. Yep, yep. But if you have any questions, let us know, because I know you're on that one you and I talked about last meeting, the
Yes.
comprehensive plan.
He was on planning
Yeah.
and zoning plus the EDA plus this plus that or whatever.
Yeah, we-
He's on.
You're a glutton for punishment, Harrison. You're on more than one. I'll share that with you here after the meeting, so you have it. I appreciate that. All right, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Quick question,
Oh,
the computer, when did that go out? Ours went out at home too.
oh, yeah, no, the PC just crashed with age, but
Correct. Yes, today,
Oh, today.
today, yeah.
I was wondering, like lightning storm, I'd be like, all right, we're on to something.
Yeah, not that it's.
Yeah.
There he is, I see her.
Right, so I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion second, any further discussions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That carries meetings adjourned at 7:27 PM.